Okay. Now, one of the great truths in business, I think, is that it's much easier to keep an existing customer than it is to win a new one. That's one that people really overlook a lot. That very formula plays a big part in the article, Upgrade After-Sale Service Technology, Watch Customer Satisfaction Soar by Gary Brooks, who is the Chief Marketing Officer at Synchron. The piece ran in Tuesday's issue of the Quality Digest newsletter. Brooks makes the case in his article that post-sale service is the real differentiator between success and failure for many manufacturers. And if you think about it, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, after all, many consider huge swaths of the manufacturing industry to be essentially commodities. And that puts a lot of pressure on companies to kind of set themselves apart and break out of that race to the bottom that we see in the pricing models of a lot of RFPs. I mean, unfortunately, that's what it comes down to many times is, well, how much is it? Well, you don't want to have that conversation. You want to be able to talk about other things. So how do you do that? Well, Brooks suggests something that I think everyone in the quality field would certainly support, namely delivering higher levels of value. He recommends post-sale service as the place where you can best leverage that value and win long-term customers. And the best way to do that, Brooks says, is to utilize technology to help you manage and optimize your service quality. Now, should be noted, I think here, fairly, that Brooks company, Synchron, as I mentioned, offers just the type of technological solutions that he recommends
Who would
here.
have thought?
You know, it's amazing how that works. But nevertheless, I mean, that aside, Dirk, nevertheless, the information he offers and the advice he points to makes a lot of sense for anyone in manufacturing who wants to support these kind of after-sales service efforts. Now, there's 3 key suggestions he offers and they're contained in the article, and I want to just blow through them here pretty quickly, but they're important to note. First one is utilize data management. A central hub of data that's accessible by all key stakeholders allows real-time visibility into processes and rapid elevation of any issues. That's a key one. I mean, certainly everybody can access it and look at it, and you can see as a team what's going on and what you may need to look at with regard to service. Another part of this is improve inventory control for parts. A big part of great service is having the right part available at the right time. And robust tracking solutions allow users to keep tabs on what's needed, where and when and how, right? I mean, that's really important, is that if you're in service and somebody's got something that they need, a part, let's say, you've got to be able to find it right away and get it out to them right away. If you can't find it in your warehouse as easily, there's going to be a delay and customers aren't going to be as happy. We're in an era where people demand stuff now, immediately.
When Amazon can get it to you on the next day.
on the next drone within the next hour. I mean, you know, this is the world we're in.
Talk about disruptive.
No doubt. Third of these is manage part pricing. Closely in line with the second point is this one. Now, appropriate pricing can mean the difference between customers retained and customers lost. Again, we're in a world where you can find the right price if you look hard enough online. You don't have to look that hard, really. So your pricing's got to be really nailed down. Now, data-driven insights, as Brooks mentioned, allow for better pricing based on market conditions. So the bottom line here is it's hard to get customers back, as I mentioned, once you've lost them, and there's no reason to lose them due to poor service or poor fulfillment when solutions are out there to help you be as efficient as humanly possible. I mean, the idea is that you want to do everything you can to retain those customers, and if you can do that, you know, by using technology, why not do it? I mean, you know, the solutions he suggests are pretty basic solutions. We've talked about them a lot in the past, but it bears repeating. You know, you've got to be able to satisfy your customer demands. The customer is in the driver's seat right now in any industry, especially in manufacturing. I say, don't be a commodity. Don't have that race to the bottom. Separate yourself out, differentiate yourself a little bit with better service.
And it's funny how this actually kind of ties back into that Mavericks article is, I think and I think you've seen people do this more and more, and it's easier and easier to do, is you got to have your buoys out there. So you got to see, what are my competitors doing in terms of service? Are they doing aftermarket service? And what is it? Can I improve on it? Can I be faster at it? Can I be broader at it? How do I take on my competitors? Like you said, if my product is a commodity, then I've got to research to see what the aftermarket service, which is a little bit harder to find. I can go online and find their pricing. it's a little bit deeper dive to find out what they're doing in terms of aftermarket service.
And the thing is, I think still, this even in this age day, maybe it's a generational thing, maybe the younger generation doesn't feel this way. I do think there's loyalty to the incumbent. I think if you have a customer and you can service them properly, they're going to want to default to staying with you. So if you have them, we do that here, do everything you can to service your customer properly, and you're going to succeed better by doing that, I think, no doubt. Okay.
Absolutely.